Gentlemen, I got to give him a proper introduction. This is the Black Caesar. This is Ghetto Superstar. This is the founding member of the Fugees. We got Pras here tonight. Everybody, just give us an air clap. Air clap. How are you?
I'm well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing better than attitude here. And for everybody who's 20 and under, or who's been living under Donald Trump's smelly toupee or his wall or whatever, you don't know. If you don't know, this man is the real deal. I mean, he's a Grammy Award winner. He's gone triple diamond, which is somewhat unheard of. I mean, a founding member of the Fugees. He discovered Lauryn Hill. So, I mean, he's done it all. So make sure your mom and your aunts and all your brothers are watching this right now. He's really a living legend. And I'm just so excited to talk about your new music and the technology you have coming out. I mean, it's all so dope.
Word. Thanks.
Well, I appreciate you coming on with us. And before I get too into it or all the stuff that you're going, to tell us about, I wanted to just take a moment because I'd be remiss if I didn't, stop for the legend that we all lost just now, Aretha Franklin. She passed last Thursday.
Oh, no doubt. Rest in peace.
Right. How did she, as a soul singer, influence you as a rapper in your music and your career?
Oh, I mean, she's the real deal. I mean, arguably the best, the greatest soul singer. I mean, she's the queen, she brought that real essence to it that I think is missing right now. So to see her leave so early, I mean, I had an opportunity to meet her once. It was a great vibe, Now that's a real legend. I mean, I'm not a legend. I'm just did my thing, But
don't be humble. You could be a legend too.
But no, for real, she definitely was a great inspiration for me. I mean, Natural Woman, RESPT, Respect, all those great records that just till this day you listen to it, man, just put you in a zone, So definitely she's gonna be missed. Definitely R.I.P. to Miss Aretha Franklin.
Absolutely. Now, did you get to see the VMAs? Did you see that very unseasoned chicken tribute that Madonna gave to Aretha? I know you heard about it at least.
Yeah, I heard about it.
What were your thoughts on that? What should have been Madonna? Should have been somebody else? Maybe a Jan Hudson? Maybe a Lauryn? Like, what did you think about that whole thing?
I mean, the thing is this, some people don't really understand the culture. You know what I mean? They be thinking they know. And they be putting their foot in their mouths and all type of craziness, That's why we gotta do our own thing, you know what I mean? So we can celebrate our own people, you know what I mean? Do it the right way, But it's what it is, We just
who would you have put up there? Would you have picked somebody different? Like, who would you, if you had the creative director hat that day, who would you put up there for Aretha?
I would put probably. What's my girl name, man? She's incredible. Andrea Day. I could put her on there. Because but the thing is this. To me, you could put Lauryn Hill on there, and I'm not just saying that because it's Lauryn Hill, but I'm just saying you needed somebody that's gonna give that woman real justice. From like, it's almost like if she had passed the torch. Like, you can't put somebody like Homegirl. I mean.
No.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? She's not that. Not for that. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to her. She's a legend herself, but she's not. Like, Aretha would have shot that down in a hot minute. Like, yo, are you crazy? Aretha would have been like, never. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying to you? You can't, like, if somebody gonna pay a tribute to somebody, it gotta be somebody that's kind of like on that level. Like, where she would have been like, oh, okay. Lauryn Hill, Andrea Day, even Adele. I get it. MTV is that pop culture, shit. So they wanted to bring somebody that they felt like that audience or whatever. Then go get Adele. Adele would have loved. I guarantee you, Adele.
Adele ain't coming off.
Fucks
She's
with
not
Aretha
coming off
Franklin.
her trophy. Adele's too high and mighty for an MTV show. But I feel what you're saying, and that's somebody I didn't.
No, listen. Let me tell you. I disagree. Let me tell you something. If MTV told Adele, listen, we want you to come pay a tribute to Aretha Franklin, there's no way she would have declined. Right. Because that woman's a vocalist. Adele's a vocalist, so she understands, like, that's her inspiration. She know Aretha Franklin is the real McCoy. It's like, she's the real deal. So she would have been more than happy to come and pay tribute to her. Not Not
Yeah.
that, not that. You know what I'm saying? We
No,
don't need
no
to say what
ma'am.
it is, but they be, they, they, they don't want us to win. You know what I'm saying to
Mm,
you? They want us to out here look crazy. And you know what it is? In their mind, they thinking putting that element over there is going to kind of like mysteriously put her on that caliber of Aretha Franklin. Never.
right. Never. In her own
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
she's pop, God bless, but she's not going to be what Aretha is to us and to the world overall. So I'm glad you said that because that's
Yeah.
real. That's really
That's
real.
just my 2 cents.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
just my two
five,
cents.
5 cents, 6 cents. I know you got the coin, so give me all your cents. Shoot. Now we did
Or
mention Lauryn Hill. You did discover her when she was like 12 years old, right? And I mean, you've been kind of there throughout. You both developed together. And more recently, there's been some like rumors claiming that she doesn't write her own music, or she didn't write the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So somebody who's been there day one, A1, who found her and took her out of her mother's house when she was like 13. How does that make you feel? And is there any truth to all of that?
no, that's not true.
No.
I think I heard about that situation.
Right.
Homeboy. Now, I would say this, and I wasn't there for the situation with him and her, but I understand his frustration.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying too? Like I get it, but everybody got their faults, but don't lie on someone because you upset at something that they did. You feel me? Like I know what he's talking about as far as like the lateness and all that, but that woman wrote everything on me. I was there.
Mm.
What he's probably talking about, referring to is production. That's
Oh,
what he's
okay.
referring to, right? But as far as lyrically, melody, that's all her, all
Okay.
her. Facts.
Facts. That's all we want is facts. Because what's
That's
going
it.
on now, Nicki Minaj has kind of rebirthed the conversation. That's been an ongoing conversation about rappers writing their own rap. So for you to hear that about Lauryn, or for you just as a lyricist, what does that conjure up in you? Like, are you also one of of the theory that rappers should be writing, like no ghost writing allowed?
Well, I mean, it depends on Listen, you know, look, everybody's different. I mean, if you're talking about MCs from 2, 3 generations ago, I mean, it was a big thing about writing your own. If you're talking about being a top lyricist, if your whole thing is I'm a lyricist, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you gotta write your own shit. If you are a pop artist, or you just got a vibe, or you just want to make hot records or make trap records or whatever, you want the shit to be piping, then you don't have to literally write your own shit. It's just a matter of like what category you fall in. You cannot not write your own shit and call yourself the king or queen of anything. Now, if you want to be the king and queen of lyrics, like when I think of lyricists, I think of like Rakim, I
Mm.
think of like Nas, I think of you think of like Biggie, obviously, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, the king, right? Those are like what you call lyrical, just MCs. Now, if you want to say, look, I make just dope records, that's a whole different, conversation,
Right.
right? So it all depends on what category you want to fall in my opinion.
So for you, what's important when you get into the studio, when you're working with other artists? How do you come about it? How do you approach your music, and how do you kind of like build this legacy that you built for yourself?
Well, I mean, you just want to make great music, I think. I mean, that should be the well, not well. Everyone wants to do other things. Some people just want to
Right.
make some records just to go
Just to be
fucking go to
on.
strip clubs. Yeah, go
Right.
to strip clubs, fuck some bitches, that bullshit. Or
Word.
some people want to say something, man. I mean, when you look at like Kendrick and J. Cole, they in that craft, man. They're in that lab. They feel like they got something to say. You
Word.
feel me? So that's a whole different ball game right there. So it all depends on what lane you're in. I just don't respect someone that's gonna say I'm the king of New York, or I'm the king of LA, or I'm the king of wherever lyrically, but you don't write your own shit. Now you
Word.
gotta take that back. You see what I'm saying to you? Like, you know what I mean?
I totally feel you. And I mean, just speaking on legacy and how that can kind of be torn down. Again, I'm bringing it back to Nikki because she re-brought up this conversation, but she was upset that somebody got mad at her and lied on her. And it seems like nowadays anybody can come up with any kind of story, whether it's true or not, whether it's valid or not. We've seen it happen with Bill Cosby, with R. Kelly, with Russell Simmons. Somebody can make a claim, and then your whole legacy, before there's an investigation, is just torn down. So how do you, as an artist, somebody in the industry, how do you feel like artists and people and celebrities and contributors can protect their legacy and really grow it to be what it's meant to be.
Well, that's tough. I think you just gotta be careful. But there's a saying that goes, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So it don't have to be straight a lot of smoke. It just got to be a little bit of smoke, and then, you know what I mean. Like, for example, if somebody was at a Nazi rally, right?
Okay.
You just happen to be there.
Right.
There's no reason for you to be there, but you just happen. I don't know. The bus took the wrong turn. You got dropped off, and there's a rally going. You happen to be there, and then 3 years from now, somebody be like, "Yo, that dude is a racist. He was you was at a Nazi rally." Like, now you may not actually be a racist, but somebody saw you there.
Right.
So that's how they coming up with, that's the smoke.
Right.
Now we just gotta figure out if there's real fire over there. You see what I'm saying to you? That's all.